Hello students, last class I explained about the course of blockchain technology, what is the course content, what is the course objectives, course outcomes, so what is the student should gain after end of the course of blockchain technology. So that's and all I discussed in last class. Today I start from unit 1, overview of blockchain technology. So in this course, I am going to explain about the introduction to blockchain technology, what is public ledger, smart contract, how smart contract can work, blocks in blockchain, transactions, distributed consensus, public versus private blockchain, understanding of cryptocurrency to blockchain, overview of security concepts in blockchain, practical to implementation of blockchain technology, followed by references. These are the outline I am going to present this video. So introduction to blockchain technology. Blockchain is an emerging technology platform for developing decentralized applications and data storage. So it is a role of cryptocurrency. For security, for making the high security purpose, we designed this blockchain technology. The basic application is a creation of blockchain technology is made the permanent transactions. So it is a cryptographic guarantee and temper resistance means that it is a permanent transaction. So that's why it is the word called immutability. So immutability means it is a permanent transactions. Once the transaction should be made, it is permanent, and the transaction should be made before verification. So every transaction should be done and maintained with the secure manner, and permanent transaction should be made, and every transaction should be in the decentralized manner. There is no centralized transaction should be made in blockchain technology. So that's we are going to see. Blockchain technology itself holds much more promise in various areas. We are using this blockchain technology, transactions, e-governance, and healthcare industries. It is everywhere. It is a emerging technology because it is following the decentralized authentication, and also it is a decentralized DNS. So because we are going to connect internet to make the transactions, so in internet we are make the transactions is more secure manner, we require blockchain technology. Even though in today's field blockchain technology is a very much field such as it is a diverse field such as the internet of things, even enabling blockchain technology in cloud computing also. So that is the enormous growth of blockchain technology in present days. So what is public ledger? So public ledger means the permanent transaction should be made in the blockchain technology, means that's whatever transaction it's newly created, it should be all transactions should be made in the previous history of transactions. See here in this picture, the new block is created. Once the new block is created, it's attached into the blockchain. So once whatever transaction should be made, you have to verify the transactions. Previously, all previous transactions we should going to be verified. We should going to be verified for our requirements. So that is why that public ledger diverse its names from the age of old record keeping system that was used to record information like agriculture commodity prices, in healthcare industry, in transportation, any field we can make the transactions as a public ledger. So for verification, so that is a public ledger. So coming that popular word in blockchain technology is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is nothing but a digital currency. This was created in January 2009 in the research paper of Satoshi Nakamoto. So he is the true identifying and verifying and implemented the cryptocurrency like Bitcoins as a digital currency. So it works with a decentralized authority. So it is a maintain all transactions in public ledger. So we can access the transactions through from cloud and massive amount of computing power should be generated for the creation of banks and government sectors, that it's a Bitcoin is valuable commodity. So that successful Bitcoin is successful creation of the creation of transactions through the blockchain technology under the development of Satoshi Nakamoto in the year of 2009. So what is smart contract? Coming to smart contract, is a executing contract, means that whatever application we have developed, that application should be made, that application should be made with the smart contract. Means smart contract is a protocol and agreement between the sender and receiver who made transactions completely. So that's a software that software can run between sender and receiver to complete the transactions and make the transactions successfully. That code, smart contract is a code. It's an agreement between buyer and seller, being directly written into the lines of code. The code and the agreement contained, they exist across distributed decentralized blockchain network. The code controls the execution and transactions are trackable and irreversible. Smart contracts permit trusted transactions and agreement to be carried out among disparate, anonymous parties without the need for a central authority, a legal system, or external environment mechanism. While blockchain technology has come to be thought of primarily as the foundation for Bitcoin, it has evolved for beyond underpinning the virtual currency. So how smart contract can works? See here I explained that smart contract can works with the works with the example of pizza. In this example we have seen the pizza can booked, and then once the pizza can be delivered, so the pizza can be ordered by customer. So once that pizza is booked and the pizza is delivered, so this is the process and steps of transactions going to be complete the transactions. Means this everything could be run with the smart contract. Smart contracts were first proposed in 1994 by Nick Szabo, an American computer scientist who invented a virtual currency called BitGold. But BitGold is not that much popular cryptocurrency, so it is also like Bitcoin. So Szabo is often rumored to be real like Satoshi Nakamoto, the anonymous inventor of Bitcoin. Szabo defined smart contract as computerized transaction protocols that executed terms of contract. He wanted to extend the functionality of electronic transaction method such as point of sale to the digital realm. So what is a proof of work? It's a very buzzword. Proof of work in blockchain technology, consensus algorithm, that algorithm should be made and verified by senders and receivers in the consensus manner. That is a proof of work. So means that algorithm, a hash code is run inside that algorithm. A hash key should be created. So inside that hash function, a unique number is generated for every block. Hash key, that hash is a 256 key. The 256 key is a secure number. That number can be, that is unique, that cannot be modified even though the completion of the transactions of further future also. So that should be made, that miners compete against each other to complete the transactions on the network. In a network, users send each other digital tokens. So a decentralized ledger gathers all the transactions into blocks. However, that confirm the transactions from the blocks is responsibility for the miners. So who is the responsibility for miners for the transactions? So that's why it's a proof of work. Means a process the entire process means miners, and then once transaction should be initiated from the sender side. Once the transaction should be initiated, then it's going to be verification phase, then it's going to be validation phase, then it goes to successful phase. Once the transaction can be success, means agreed, then the transaction can be made from the receiver side. This entire process is one algorithm should be created. This algorithm is consensus. That consensus is a proof of work. That proof of work should made like a puzzle, a mathematical puzzle, to possibility to run the application. That is called a proof of work. Is a consensus algorithm in the blockchain network. So here in this proof of work confirmation, Ally send the transaction to Bob. So that the sender should be confirm the transaction. Once the transaction should be confirmed, it's going to be verification and validation phase. Once it should be verification and validation has been done, then it's going to be pooling section. Pooling. It's waiting for the completion of the transaction. Once the transaction should be done successfully, then the receivers, the block should be added in the receiver side. The whole process is called a proof of work. This whole process is called proof of work. Blocks in blockchain. Blocks are files where data pertaining to the Bitcoin network are permanently recorded. A block recorded some or all of the most recent Bitcoin transactions that have not yet entered any prior blocks. Thus, a block is like a page of a ledger or record book. Each time block is completed, it gives a way to the next block in the blockchain. Once block is completed, the next block should be generated. A block is thus permanent store of records which once written cannot be altered, or once block should be completed in blockchain that cannot be altered, that cannot be revoked for further. So blocks hold batches of valid transactions that are hashed and encoded into the Merkle tree. See, Merkle tree is one of the concept, and in the blockchain technology, the Merkle tree should be made in the blockchain. So every transaction should be a tree order. So in every tree order in the Merkle tree having two children, means two or more children. So in each children a node having specific hash value. So I am going to explain in detail about the Merkle tree in the next class. So next presentation. So how transaction should be made in the blockchain. So a transaction is a transfer of Bitcoin value that is a broadcast to the network and collected into a blocks. So here ABC or transaction should be performed. It's the block should be interacted with many blocks and made into the receiver. So there is many ways to the transaction should be going to be complete, because it's a decentralized network. So a transaction is typically reference a previous transaction's output as a new transactions inputs and dedicated all input Bitcoin values to new output, because it's a decentralized transactions. Transactions are not encrypted, so it is not possible to browse and view every transaction ever collected into a block. Once transactions are viewed under enough confirmations, they can be considered irreversible. Standard transaction output nominate address, and the redemption of any future inputs requires a relevant signature. All transactions are visible in the blockchain. A blockchain browser is all transactions can be visible in the blockchain. A blockchain browser is a site where every transaction included within the blockchain can be viewed in a human readable terms. This is useful for seeing the technical details of transactions in action and for verifying the payments. So what is distributed consensus? Means a distributed system means you have any system can act as a sender and receiver. In this distributed consensus in the blockchain, the whole network should be made in the internet connection. So that consensus of data among nodes in a distributed system, that is an agreement or research and agreement on proposal. This topic may be very familiar to any technicians that works with the distributed system. With rapid development and increasing the complexity of distributed networks, developers have always been exploring a possible solutions to solve this persistent problem in both theory and practical. So here in this distributed system, the transactions could be going from many systems. Many systems means it is a distributed manner. So it is a broadcast network, so that there is no one as a sender, no one as a receiver. The transaction can be made from any system. The receiver can be made any system. Means that should be made as per the distributed consensus. That is called distributed consensus. What is public versus private blockchain? A public blockchain is a permissionless blockchain. Anyone can join in the network and anyone can read, write or participate within the blockchain. A public blockchain is a decentralized and does not have a single entity which controls the network. Data on a public blockchain are secure as it is not possible to modify or alter data once they have been validated on the blockchain. Bitcoin and Ethereum are well-known examples of the public blockchain. See, a private blockchain is a permissioned blockchain. Private blockchain works based on access controls which restrict the people who can participate in the network. There are one or more entities which are control the network, and this leads to reliance on third parties to transact. In private blockchain, only the entities participating in the transactions will have knowledge about it, where the others will not be able to access. The Hyperledger Fabric, a Linux foundation, is the perfect example of private blockchain. So understanding of cryptocurrency in blockchain. So blockchain mainly it is came from the cryptocurrency actually. So blockchain technology, when Bitcoin was the only cryptocurrency used in blockchain, but for understanding for purpose, actually many cryptocurrencies are there. Litecoin, Ripple, many cryptocurrencies are there. For our understanding, we have taken as the Bitcoin as a good example as a cryptocurrency for implementing the blockchain technology with the applications and practical purpose. We use the Bitcoin is one example. There was not much distinction between the terms and they were used interchangeably. As the technology matured and a variety of blockchains bloomed. It's a pure money aspects, but blockchain mainly invented from the pure exchange of money aspects. So instead of technologies and experimented with ideas like decentralized name registry, the main concept inside that it is a decentralized network and peer-to-peer aspect. Peer-to-peer aspect, mainly blockchain technology should be developed from peer-to-peer aspects. So it is a deliver message in a discrete way. So in the end, many of these projects failed and come into the blockchain technology. It's a purely buzzword in nowadays. So it is in many fields and a lot of research work is going to be invention in the blockchain technology. So actually, overview of security concepts in blockchain technology. See, blockchain is a distributed file system where participants keep copies of a file and agree on a change just by consensus. This file is composed of blocks where each block includes a cryptographic signature of a previous block, creating an immutable record. Systems built on blockchain are considered safer than the current ones built on the internet infrastructure like TCP/IP. However, blockchain does have technology challenges related to scalability, latency, performance and security. Also, blockchain has many operational problems. For example, logging and monitoring, which are essential for enterprise environments, have not been addressed yet. Besides that, application built on blockchain still can have security issues, even if blockchain is airtight. So if once blockchain is accessibility developer can put in your applications. So mainly it is a mainly secure applications. So that next the practical. So we are going to discuss about the practical aspects in the blockchain technology. So we have to build JavaScript runtime programming. So the most user-friendly open source software it is. You can install the Node.js software. So it is a open source software. It is freely downloadable from the websites. The websites are mentioned here, nodejs.org. We can download it from the website. And so it is a purely JavaScript programming language. It is used to work with the object-oriented programming and prototyping. And download Notepad++ software which can use it to write the programming in the editor. So after write the program, once you can execute the program in the command prompt itself. So this experiment we have done, create a blockchain framework where reading the transaction using array at client side and make the ledger using to consider local variables local chain like creation of the blockchain. So aim of the program is a blockchain is just a chain of blocks, a collection of records, and each record is linked with the other blocks. The blocks are digital information that is stored in the database. For creation of program, we created two files, one blockchain.js file, one more file is test.js file. In blockchain.js file, you write a code, and test.js file, you write the code. Now we can call the test.js file. That test.js file will call the blockchain.js file, and blockchain.js file executed and display the output. So for this this is the program. So blockchain.js function is a blockchain. So this is a constructor. So this is a chain. This is a local variable. This dot chain is a local variable chain. This dot new transactions local variable. Module dot exports is equal to blockchain. This is the exports. This is a prototyping. So test.js is one more file I am going to take where blockchain is equal to require /blockchain means this file I am going to call in this test.js file const bitcoin. So I am taking the bitcoin as an object. So that object is created in new blockchain. Now console.log bitcoin. Now I am going to execute this program test.js. So this output is blockchain. The arrays, whatever arrays I am taking, that should be displayed. So here blockchain as an array should be created like a framework. Whatever transaction should be made, all transactions should be stored in the bitcoins like in the blockchain. So this is the first experiment I am going to discuss with this presentation. Next presentation I am going to explain with the next program, the second experiment. So that is about this presentation. So I am going to refer the websites are following the blockchains and books are Mary Helen Maras books, and YouTube videos also I am going to refer the blockchain technologies. So you have any doubts, please contact through this my mail ID. For any questions, please ask this mail ID. So that I am going to stop this my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you.